Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. Got another college football Saturday video for you. This is number 6, and this will be the last one. How about an ACC game? We have not done an ACC game yet, and we got a good one. Should be 100 points scored in this game. Wake Forest, North Carolina. Let's go.
Welcome to The Sauce. The Sauce. Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
All right, Tar Heels on the road at Wake Forest. Line is Wake minus 3.5, and all the early action is on North Carolina. 73% of the tickets, 76% of the money on UNC. This is as of Monday morning. We got some crazy switches here, so check this out. The action was all over North Carolina. Here we are on Friday night. 93% of the money is now on Wake Forest, but the public is still leaning USC. So there is a ton of sharp money on Wake Forest. Books do react to it. We're now looking at Wake minus 4. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers through the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Wake minus 8.52. So that's a 4.5 point lean on Wake. Solid little lean there on the Deacon. All right, so let's break this matchup down, and I'll start by saying the total of this game is set at 78.5, and I'm considering betting the over. I feel like that sentence alone sums up how I feel about this football game. So let's start by saying this is the perfect game for Wake Forest, man. I mean, they just go lose back-to-back road games against two tough pass defenses, and that's Wake Forest's worst nightmare. A road game against a team that defends the pass well. Louisville and NC State. They turned the ball over 8 times in the Louisville game, by the way, but we'll get to that. Now they're back home against an awful defense in North Carolina. Perfect spot to get some confidence back. In case you didn't know, not only is North Carolina's defense the worst in the ACC by a pretty good margin, but it's actually 118th in the country in DFEI. This is one of the worst defenses in the entire FBS, not just Power 5 schools. Only North Carolina's defense can make the Virginia Cavaliers offense look good. Check this out. So Virginia hasn't scored more than 20 points in an FBS game the entire season. Haven't scored more than 20 once. The Virginia Cavaliers were averaging 14.4 points a game in their 7 FBS opponents heading into the UNC game. Against North Carolina, they hang 28 points on them. Yes, the Tar Heel defense is that bad. This is not an exaggeration. And here's where it gets even scarier. Wake Forest will be the best offense UNC has seen this year by far. Up until this point in the season, the best offense that North Carolina has seen is Notre Dame. And Notre Dame's offense is ranked just 49th in the country. They hung 45 points on North Carolina and beat them handedly. Wake Forest offense is ranked 22nd, way higher than Notre Dame's. I mean, analytically, if you just go by the numbers, Wake Forest should score 70 points in this football game. But here's the thing, you wanna know who else struggles on defense? Wake. I mean, it's nowhere near as bad as North Carolina's, but Wake Forest really has problems on the defensive end. The Clemson game jump out at me off the top of my head where Wake Forest really was struggling to make stops. I know some people are going to say the Louisville game because the Cardinals did put up 48 points on Wake Forest, but like I said earlier, the Demon Deacons had 8 turnovers in that game. I don't care how good or bad your defense is. If you turn the ball over on offense 8 times, you're going to give up a shitload of points. It's just inevitable. But here's the thing. Wake Forest does have some good, solid defensive performances under its belt this season. I mean, Wake went on the road to Florida State and held Jordan Travis and the Noles offense to just 21 points and got a comfortable win there. Wake Forest defense also completely shut down Army and Boston College. And look, I'm not saying they deserve medals for shutting down Army and Boston College, but what I'm saying is you can look at Wake Forest's schedule and pick out a few games where the defense played well. If you look at North Carolina's schedule, pretty much the home game against Virginia Tech is the only game where you could be like, okay, the defense played pretty good there. The defense is bad in every other game. Look, Drake May is cool as hell, and I'm sure he's gonna have a wild career. That kid's a freshman. It's gonna be a lot of fun watching him develop. He's probably gonna be a monster in a year or two. That being said, this North Carolina team is overvalued, man. I mean, seriously, what is North Carolina's most impressive win on the season? They're 8-1. What's the most impressive win? Duke? Yo, you can make an argument that Duke, a 3-point win over Duke, is North Carolina's most impressive win on the season. Seriously, look at the schedule. I've bet Wake Forest 2 straight weeks and lost 2 straight weeks, but I'm backing them again. I'm fading the Tar Heels here. I think Wake gets their feet back under them with a real solid win. Final score, let's say 50-42, Wake Forest wins in goddamn. It really could be like that, though, for real. I think the score last year in this matchup was 58-55, if I'm not mistaken. So that's not as crazy as a prediction as you'd think. Give me Wake Forest -4. Let's lock that in. If anything changes with this bet, I'll let you know on Twitter, so give me a follow there if you're interested. Also, if you want the final tickets, which is the bet of the day, top 7 bets, underdogs of the day, parlays of the day, that kind of stuff, head over to KyleKirms.com or download the Sauce Network app. It's College Football Saturday, and it's a loaded one. There's a lot of value out there. Bet responsibly. Let's bring in some units today. I'll talk to you on Twitter.